On today's recipe, I have just one mission, and that is to reintroduce you to beans. Not the normal beans but this absolutely yummy, absolutely delicious, absolutely sumptuous beans recipe. Trust me, nobody can say no to this particular beans recipe. And if you hated beans before, just before you finally lock the doors and throw away the keys into the ocean, watch this recipe and actually try it. And I promise you, you would absolutely fall in love with beans. Fam, you're absolutely welcome to this recipe. Sit back and relax, okay? Hey friends, so you're welcome back once again. If this is your first time, you guys are absolutely welcome. Thank you for stopping by. You guys, now, just hit the subscribe button to officially join the best cooking family, and I mean it, okay? And if you're not new, just receive my kiss for wherever you are. You guys, okay, let us get right into this, okay? First things first, we're going to be sauteing and cooking all of our proteins. Now I'm going to be using shrimps. I'm also going to be using chicken franks. Go right ahead to use your beef and also your chicken chunks. If you have that, you can add this. But for this recipe, all I used was my shrimps and my chicken franks. All I did was just to cook this. I don't like to use any of them raw, especially my chicken franks, okay? So I like to cook it a bit before using it in the actual meal, okay? And this is ready. This is like the easiest part. Meanwhile, my beans is cooking. I use white beans. And please, when cooking your beans, don't let it get soggy. You want the beans to still be very beansy. Like grainy. You guys understand what I'm talking about. Please don't make it mashed beans. Don't make mashed beans. You want it to still be very grainy, okay? Now that is ready, let us go right ahead to bring our stir fry together. And in my pan, all I added was my oil, and I also added sesame seed oil, okay? I went ahead to add my onion and my garlic. If you know me, you know how much I'm in love with garlic. You guys, please don't miss it. Garlic is such a great aromatic, and it adds tons of flavor to your meals. Please don't miss it. Okay, now when you saute your onion and your garlic together, you also add your aromatic, that's your carrot. If you guys do not know, your carrot is also an aromatic because it's so good. Okay, now add this and let it saute for a bit. You're free to chop your carrot whichever way you like. I really love my long strips and all of that, so that's why I did it that way. Now this is a stir fry. You have to introduce all your veggies. I used all manner I could grab my hands in. One thing about me, if you notice, is I love to eat my colors. I absolutely love my veggies and I love my colors, okay? These are things you usually find in my fridge on a regular, okay? Now, all I did was just add my bell peppers. I used all the colors, that's the green, yellow, and red. And then I added my purple cabbage alongside my normal white cabbage. And I'm just going to saute this for a few minutes. Please remember, you don't want it to get soggy because you're still going to add your beans to this and it's still going to cook, okay? So go right ahead, take your time and just stir fry this till it's very nice. It's still very crunchy, but you can see that it's cooked, okay? Now I just took my time to stir this. Basically nothing much here. In total, I stir fried this for about 5 minutes because the veggies was quite a lot. It wasn't like small, and my heat was very reduced, okay? I introduced my beans. You guys can see how grainy it is. I introduced the other things as my chicken franks and my shrimps. You guys notice the sauce from the shrimps. You guys, that really added a lot of flavor to this. So when you're making your shrimps or cooking it, please don't dry it up to the very last. No, allow that water that comes out is fine. Add it back to the beans. It's really nice and it adds flavor to the beans, okay? Now all I'm gonna do is just to marry this together. Let the flavors from the beans, let the flavor from the stir fry, let this marry together and create a bomb that is about to hit your mouth. Friends, don't forget to add your chicken seasoning and make this very tasty. Also remember to add your pepper, your rodo, whichever one you decide to use is perfectly fine. And to be sincere, at this point I'm just trying to show off the beauty of these beans. You guys can already tell how delish it will be. Yo, this beans was so good. I promise you, if you don't like beans, please try this recipe. You will ask for more. Oh my gosh, it is so good. This is that pot of beans to make for your family. Just make small to do them longer throats. Now, don't make plenty, make small and do them longer throats. It is that good. I mean, my family ate this and they are still asking for more. They're still asking me, when am I going to make another of these beans? And these are people that say they don't like this, they don't like this. So this is that perfect recipe to make for someone that said they don't like this. Just make small and do longer throat for them. They will come back begging for more beans. And that's on period. You can come back and tell me. You will come back and tell me that this is what happened though. I promise you, this beans recipe is that good. Now I proceeded to add my spring onion and my parsley. I also added my pepper. At this point I added more. I had already added earlier on, but I added more because I wanted it a bit more hot. And no, this recipe does not require palm oil. It does not require palm oil. Trust me, you don't need palm oil to enjoy your beans. This beans recipe was so good. I promise you, you will come back to tell me, wow, this was so good. That is a promise. But before you think we are done, there's one more thing to complete these beans. If you can guess right, tell me in the comment section. But don't go and fast forward and now come and tell me. Just guess. It is a star, beautiful, yummy ingredient everybody loves. And I mean, now we're making way for the one and only plantain. You guys, this was just the icing on the cake. Now add your fried plantain and just give this a final stir to combine every ingredient, every flavor, to marry everything together. The idea for this beans is that each bite will be full of yummy goodness. Your beans, your shrimps, your chicken franks, anything, veggies. It's a loaded beans. So this one is my jambalaya beans. The same way we have jambalaya rice, I call this one jambalaya beans. And if you watched up to this point, you are the real MVP. Just type in the comment section, I love jambalaya beans. Let me know that you actually watched up to this point. You guys, this beans is ready. And all I'm doing is just to plate it up real good. If you know me, you know that I'm big on food presentation. I can literally turn the smallest food, the most minute food, to something really pretty and beautiful to look at. So this is our beans. Who would ever believe that this is actually beans that is being served like this in such a beautiful and bougie manner? I'm the billionaire chef, so what do you expect? Okay guys, thank you so much for stopping by to today's recipe. This is our very first recipe for the new year, and I'm gonna just say right here, Happy New Year. Thank you for sticking with me all through of last year. You guys, I love you so much. Thank you, and thank you. I hope you really get to try this recipe and share to your loved ones. Let me know in the comment section also if you like this. Remember to hit the subscribe button. That will really warm up my heart. Okay, thank you and bye.